Hello, users, and welcome to another episode of Above It All. And today I'm going to spend the day catching up on some things that I missed over the weekend. My birthday was on Sunday. I'm now 24 years old. And so basically all weekend I was attending some protests and then also in between that celebrating my birthday with my family. But a lot of the time, I just liked having the Unicorn Riot live streams going on, just so I was constantly at least aware of like the general atmosphere of where a lot of this is going down and where things started, though Minneapolis does not seem to be where this is kicking off mostly at this point. It seems to be DC, New York, Philadelphia, Seattle. These are all the cities where shit is getting real. But either way, this was a little article that Unicorn Riot wrote up about an incident that happened on one of their live streams. And so I figured it's probably a good thing to make a video about. They were interviewing somebody who was protecting their business, and then the police got involved. And of course, when the police got involved, everything got substantially worse, as it always does. So I'm going to play this video here. This is about a 3-minute video. I'm not sure if I'll play the whole thing. I think what I'll do is just leave this in the description, and you can see the whole video for yourself. Honestly, if you have the time, go watch all of the archives from Unicorn Riot's live streams of Minneapolis. This media outlet, I've followed them for a while, but I've not been super duper like I didn't know too much about them before the Minneapolis situation, and this is an absolutely indispensable media outlet to follow. They have been doing brilliant coverage and of course absolutely on point analysis of this entire situation as it's been happening. And again, absolutely indispensable. I highly recommend following them on both YouTube, Twitter, bookmarking their website. And this is a very important media outlet because again, the mainstream media has decided what their narrative is going to be. They've decided how they're going to go about this. They are not on your side. They are not your friends. Mainstream media is bad, okay? Independent media is going to be the most important thing documenting this stuff. As you probably know, there's not much documentation happening in most of these cities right now. They're like Unicorn Riots on the ground in Minneapolis. I saw that they've been doing some stuff in Philadelphia. I've seen some streams in DC and New York, but for the most part, the live streams that are happening are not big. It's hard to find them, and so it's hard to know what's happening on the ground. And so again, Unicorn Riot, absolutely indispensable. Follow them if you know any similar media outlets. Follow them as well. I might, make like a little compendium of some kind. But anyway, let me play this video of the cops basically harassing someone for defending their business, presumably because they're black, and then also because they're authoritarian goons and they like yelling at people.
I'm protecting my business. People, is angry and stuff, so all I'm doing is trying to protect it, and before we can stay here and be able to serve the community afterwards. We are a black business, black-owned business. With that being said, we don't need to be tore down. Look, we don't need to be tore down, and we don't need to be taking no dramatic losses when we've been taking losses all our lives, So I don't want to be the one to take a loss at this time when I finally changed my life over, so.
Press. We're coming.
So just so you understand, they're in the middle of the interview and this happened. I saw this when it happened in the live stream, and I want that to be explicit. They were in the middle of this fucking interview when the police, militarized, in militarized fashion, stormed down the street and just harassed them. That has to be critical context.
You don't want to take a loss at this time when I finally changed my life over, so.
Press. We're coming. We're pressed. We're coming. Yo! That's how they do business owners here. That's how they doing business owners.
Man, we protecting our shit.
like, look at this guy with the fucking bat. Look at this guy's face. He's like, ugh, ugh, gotta get him. Oh, got my bat. Like, this guy's, like, inner monologue at this moment is like, he's probably got, like, the fucking Star-Spangled Banner playing in his inner monologue. Like, look at this fucking dude, bro, cocksucker.
Yo! That's how they do business owners here. That's how they doing business owners.
Man, we protecting our shit. That's all we was doing. Fuck them. We protecting our shit.
He's at.
And just so you understand, though, even though cops ostensibly are supposed to protect and serve the community, we all know that their real goal is to protect and serve property. However, it should also be stipulated that they don't give a fuck about your property unless you're actually a fucking rich person. They don't give a flying shitcock about this man, this man's business, who he's talking to. They don't give a fuck about the press. I watched a lot of the Unicorn Riot live streams. They were assaulted by cops while very clearly stating that they're press, literally at least a dozen times throughout the live streams that I watched, and I didn't watch every single second, although I wish I did. And again, if you didn't see anything, I would 1000% recommend watching their just full unedited archives. If you can, if you have that kind of time, it really will change. If you already weren't that hard leaning into my particular political beliefs, this will entirely change your mind, and I suggest watching it, because watching this stuff happen in real time, not knowing what's next, it's honestly horrifying, because again, when this stuff happens, you fear for their safety. We already have situations where people who have been live streaming have been killed, like, while they're live streaming, right? Like, so, and of course this is happening where all over the country, even mainstream media press journalists are being shot and assaulted by police. So it's horrifying to watch it, but again, this is super important and it's super real. I highly recommend following Unicorn Riot. They're absolutely and utterly indispensable during this moment. And again, anybody who is going to be going, if you are afraid of getting into police altercations, you should go as press. You should live stream. You should stay back. Do not, if you are not comfortable being in a situation that can get violent, stay back. Obviously, Unicorn Riot is been in this game for a while, longer than I have. They know what they're doing. They're comfortable doing what they're doing. I would presume they know what the potential risks are. But just like, again, if you're scared of going to these protests, do it as a live streamer. Like, if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that you do not capture protesters' faces. Donald Trump has been tweeting random fucking live stream clips with the express purpose of doxing people that have been documented at these protests. You do not want to assist them in any capacity. If you're going to an event to do press work, try to do your best to interview people that have expressly, like they want to be interviewed, they want to talk to the camera. Try your best to ensure that no one is caught unless they give express permission, and capture police interactions. Like, capture that shit. If someone is being attacked by the police, that is what you're there for. Capture it. Watch it happen. You know, that's what needs to be done. Because, again, hundreds of cities are protesting. There's not live streamers at every single one. There's not press at every single one. There are going to be undocumented police brutality. There is going to be undocumented police brutality in this moment. We are seeing a flood of police brutality videos, but just know that that is crumbs compared to what is actually happening all over this country, and you have to understand that. So again, going as press, super important. This is stuff, this will be going down in history. You can get a video that gets 50 million views and that helps change the perspective of the country, because again, this is a straw that breaks the camel's back scenario. Even if you aren't the straw that breaks, you could be the third from, the fifth from, the 15th from the straw that breaks the camel's back. And that if the camel's back breaking is police reform in this country of any kind or abolition, that's the goal. We need change. There's no reason to stop until change has happened. And as the protesters say, and as it should be said, if there is no justice, there should be no peace. And again, you got to stay safe, of course. Wear your mask. Be safe. Do everything you can. Always take a buddy. Never go alone. Be careful. And again, it's going to be super important documenting this stuff. So I'm going to play a little bit more of this video. If you want to watch the full thing, you can do so. I will link this article in the description. I also, again, recommend watching their complete unedited live streams if you have the opportunity and the time, because, again, they're multiple hours long. But, again, I promise you, I guarantee you that this will change the way you see the world unless you've interacted with people that have been directly on the ground in these situations. Unless you've been directly on the ground with these situations. I've been on the ground in a few of these situations, very, very, very closely related to this kind of this stuff. So I have a visceral understanding of it. But again, if you do not have a visceral understanding of what is going on in this country, in this moment, and in moments like this, watching those unedited live streams will help you tremendously in understanding. I have showed people in my family that don't follow closely on this kind of stuff, and it has completely shocked them to their core how police behave in real time. And just watching someone who's being assaulted by the police, fearing for their safety, not knowing if they're going to survive until the next minute, it is terrifying. And again, the cops are not here to help you. They're here to help other people. You are not in the club unless you're like a rich kid. And if you're a rich kid, I've got news for you. Patreon.com/Saturday1531. Hit me up. But either way, on a serious note, again, this is important stuff and it's got to be documented. So again, I'm going to play a little bit more of this video. And if you want to see the whole thing, you can check it out. I highly suggest you do so.
Asking them to come outside.
Man, get the fuck away from my shit. I'll pay rent here. Fuck out of here. Fuck y'all, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Did you own a...
Look at that fucking dude. Also, by the way, I just want to say shout outs to this business. Plant-based. As a vegetarian, I like the sound of that. But yeah, again, super important stuff. Stay vigilant. Stay prepared and stay safe. Most importantly, do what you can in this moment. Don't just be a bystander. And I understand the inclination to be a bystander, but now is not the time. Take a stand. Do something. Do anything you can, even if it's just retweeting a fucking bail fund. Do whatever you can to help the people right now that are actually risking their lives. People have already died in this moment that is currently happening. People are already dead, right? Lives are going to be lost, okay? Don't let their lives be lost for vain. Do what you can to help in this moment to achieve an actual goal that will go forward and actually helping society be better. This is a moment. Do not let a crisis go to waste. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, go watch the other ones. I don't know what the fuck you want me to say here. This is wild. I feel like it's inappropriate to make jokes and be funny. I do, but I'm not. Just go watch my other videos. Seriously, I don't know. Thank you.